Let's cook mac and cheese together for Thanksgiving. Look how yum. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. For Thanksgiving this year, I'm going to be making mac and cheese. I am basing this on Teeny's recipe. It's on here on TikTok, went super viral. I have tried this in a trial about a week ago to make sure it was perfect, and it was delicious. However, I did make a little tweak of my own, but let's just get into the ingredients. Okay, so I think this is everything you'll need for this recipe. Some Dijon mustard, cream, heavy cream, a can of evaporated milk, cavatappi pasta, which she was very adamant to use. And then I have 3 different types of cheeses here. This is kind of where I tweaked Teeny's recipe. So she used sharp cheddar. She also used mozzarella. But instead of Colby Jack cheese, I picked up some Gruyere cheese that I will be using instead. Also some parsley, of course, some butter. And then we have our seasoning. So salt, pepper, garlic powder, and paprika. Okay, first up is our pasta. So I just have a pot of water boiling, and then I'm just gonna salt it like the ocean. Okay, while the water is still boiling, I'm gonna prepare the seasoning. So Teeny recommended to start with 1 tablespoon of each seasoning. I'm gonna add paprika. I'm gonna add another half. Oh, that was too much. Okay, I'm just gonna put this back in. Also adding the garlic powder. This is the bowl of seasoning, so I'm just mixing it together. Also, I'm grating the cheese while the pasta water boils. She also said it's very important to shred your own cheese because pre-shredded cheese has like a film on it of cornstarch or something, so make sure to hand shred your cheeses. Guys, am I the only one who enjoys eating raw pasta? I've been doing this ever since I was a kid, like. Also forgot another ingredient you need is all-purpose flour. Pasta is boiling. Okay, now that all the cheese is shredded, we are going to split this into half because half goes into the mac and cheese sauce and then half is gonna be layered when we bake it. So literally just split it in half. Be very careful though. I found this part gets messy. Okay, pasta is all ready. For the sauce, we're gonna put the pan on low heat and just melt 3 tablespoons of our butter. And then we are going to add half of our seasonings and just mix that in with the butter. Okay, you guys, I also added my 3 tablespoons of flour to this, and now I'm just trying to cook the flour out. Now I'm just adding 1 can of evaporated milk. Immediately you're gonna start whisking so that your flour does not get clumpy. Okay guys, just whisking this until it kind of thickens up. Okay, now that it's thicker, we're gonna add 2 cups of heavy cream into this and then keep whisking. It should look something like this. And then we're gonna put in the rest of our seasoning and continue to whisk that in. Also gonna add 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Okay, so I just keep whisking and I'm going to let this thicken up a little bit before adding in the cheese. Make sure there are no clumps forming. Okay, now that it's thickened up, we're gonna slowly start adding our cheese bit by bit just so it can all melt. So you add cheese and then you whisk and you just keep going until 1/2 of our cheese mixture is all mixed into the sauce. It's continuing to add more and more cheese, and it's really starting to thicken up and look like a cheese sauce. And now that our cheese sauce is all incorporated, I'm going to pour in our pasta. Oh wow. Okay. Now we're just going to fold in the sauce all up into this pasta. Wow. Okay guys, then you just add 1 layer of the mac and cheese to your pan. We're gonna do a pretty thin layer. And then I am going to take the second half of our cheese mixture and sprinkle this in between the first and second layer. I'm gonna try and make it as even as possible. Kind of think of it as making a layered cake, but with noodles and cheese. Guys, so I just added the second layer of the noodles. I'm gonna add the final layer of the cheese all up on top, trying to make it as even as possible. Okay, and it should look like this when you're ready to put it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Here is it fresh out of the oven. I put it in there for about 27 minutes. So you're actually supposed to broil it for around 2 minutes, but the oven that I used does not have a broiler, so I'm just leaving it as it is. It's just to get the top extra crispy, but it looks pretty good without it. To finish this off, I am just sprinkling some parsley all over for a little bit of extra color. And this is the finished product. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys, to all those who celebrate. I am very thankful for each and every one of you and how you've changed my lives. I love you guys. Also, shout out Teeny for this amazing, amazing recipe.